there because Harry was showing his off his new haircut, which you can get at Zana. Zana, if you're watching this, you know, I'm looking for a sponsor, you know. Unfortunately, you can't give me anything from your services, unfortunately.
Oh, you're really good, yeah.
Bottling, there's only guys like Gareth to a bottle that actually makes your bottle 2,000 bottles before he talks to you. But,
that what happened?
That's what happened.
Yeah.
I tell you, my guns were like, but not as keen as like me. And after we did a bit more partners, a bit more beeriness. Blackcurrant.
You didn't go full black.
You did go like full, we're too full for school, like jeans and a hoodie. No comment, not like that Overtone style. I forgot to ask you about the Zana. Is it Zana or Zana?
Zana. I'm saying Zana. Yeah.
I did notice that you had a cask version at the Brigget, is that correct?
Well, no, it's keg.
Was that a keg?
Yeah,
right,
keg
okay.
commissioned at the Brigget. Yeah.
How did that go down?
Really well, thanks. Yeah. Stephen was great in getting not only in and on at the festival, but he managed to get it on the night I turned up on the Thursday night.
Aye.
I turned up as a kind of excited schoolboy with my rucksack because I just finished my shift at my part-time job, and I was like, 1 pint of Xana, please. Obviously, I haven't been to a beer festival in years.
Yeah.
And they're like, it doesn't work like that, mate.
The next beer we've got is the Southside Pale.
Yeah.
Now we've discussed this previously on previous shows. If you want to watch, there is a previous podcast with Brenny and Harry where we it basically makes us feel jealous by opening up a brand new fresh beer, and we were sitting like, we've got our beers, but we talked about the South Pale there, so I don't want to kind of go too much into the Southside Pale tonight, but for people that haven't seen that, or can you just tell them kind of a brief synopsis of the Southside Pale? Sure.
So this is our flagship pale ale with hops that swap. So the base will stay the same each time we brew it. We might change up the hops, much like Colonel does with their pales, like big inspiration of mine. Gives me the opportunity to work with different hops, see what they're like, and also get like the best what I think is available to me at the time, the freshest and most interesting. So yeah, that's the idea here behind the beer, and just a tiny bit more about it is it's not super hop forward. In fact, it's not really. It is hop forward, but it's much more to do with balance, this pale ale. So you'll get a lot of fruity esters that come from the yeast. I use saturated WHC labs. A lot of tropical notes and some biotransformation from that. So we'll see if you can pick up on that. It's a beer about balance. You're getting these very tropical fruit notes from the yeast, a lot from the hops as well. Of course, it's a pale, but also at the base of it is a considered malt bill that is like a lot of not too sweet, and also it has a character of its own. And hopefully, Billy, you'll see that. I've really fucking picked it up.
No, well, I have.
Is
it version 3?
This is version 3, yeah.
So I've had version 1, I've had version 2.
Yeah.
Version 2 was a wee bit more pimped, I thought. So I can't be. Let's get it cracked open.
Yeah,
I've got a couple of questions to ask you while we drink it.
Please,
So I think you've kind of answered that. I was going to ask you for some tweaks to the recipe.
There were some tweaks to the recipe, and the big one being the yeast. So I used to use USO5 just to let the hops shine, but I thought if the beer's about balance, then why not get yeast in on the action and use one which is a little bit, in my opinion, a bit more interesting. The big reason behind starting using a yeast like saturated, which is pretty much, I might be corrected here, but it's pretty much a London Fog clone.
I'm not going to correct you, Harry. I know better to do that.
People out there might correct, but anyway, it's got a lot of tropical fruit ester production, and you're more likely to get biotransformation with it than USO5. So some interesting compounds come to the fore.
I have to say, if any of the viewers do want to try and correct Harry, make us know in the comments, and I'll be really impressed
Please do. I'm pretty sure it's a London fog claim, but anyway, yeah.
No, it is. It does look great in the bottle. Again, as I said, I have been lucky enough to have the first two, and we've enjoyed it everywhere.
Cheers! Yeah, we'll see what the thing is. This is even more fresh than the Zana, so I think the hops are a little bit green.
Okay, no worries.
Everyone says hops fade fast, but I think you want to, especially if you're bottle conditioning, you want to give it a few weeks after bottle conditioning that.
So while you're pouring this out, I'm just going to put you on the spot here while you're doing things. But that is a perfect Bilko pour, by the way. That is exactly what I want. I like it.
It's the camera.
Have you noticed as well?
Have
you noticed viewers, he's putting a lot more in mine than he puts in his own.
I've tasted it many times.
I would like just to touch on something since we've last spoken. I have to say congratulations.
Oh, cheers, mate.
You are now an award-winning medalist at the Scottish Beer Awards. I know that's probably seems so far away. Cheers, mate.
That's even bigger head than last time.
That's perfect. So can I just do a big cheers to you for that? Congratulations.
Well, thanks very much. I think you say the bomb and you can't take the bomb at the bar, but you clearly can. It's very floral. So yeah, the Scottish Beer Awards were good. I don't know. I mean, it's one of these things. Did you have a tuxedo on? You and Fran at the tuxedo on the awards? Put it this way, we went more black tie than other people there. But
did you?
We didn't go full black tie.
You did go like full. We're too cool for school, like jeans and a hoodie.
There's a few of those.
No comment, not like overtone style. Is it Charlie?
They rocked it.
They did look very smart. They made the effort. I think they had a shirt on, didn't they? But it was a good wee night. And
it was interesting evening. Yeah. No, I'm glad we did it.
Well, I've got you. Can I just ask you if we're referring to Beelzebub, which is which is Dookit's award-winning porter.
Oh, gee,
and have you got plans to do that? Because I think this kit that could be.
Aye, well, definitely. Love that beer. Again, you didn't get to try it the first time we had a chat, did we?
No, I tried it since.
Okay,
I tried it since. I did give it on social
really
media.
Guilty about that first meeting.
No, it's like I had it on social media, and I think we might have had the Beelzebub actually. I think we did get hold of it, but I did put it on Instagram, and it was really, really solid. And Porter has. I mean, obviously we're on the season for it just now, but it's up there, and I was delighted. And I did message you, I think, the morning after it, along the lines of, "What the fuck, man? You got a bronze medal?" It was like,
that was really unexpected. Yeah,
no, it was brilliant.
It was very nice of them to give it to me for that. Yeah.
Well, it's like it's obviously independent panel.
Yeah, that's true. Complete blind tasting, which is a great thing about it.
Yeah.
And the Southside Pale version 2.
Yeah.
With Centennial and Cascades, I got shortlisted, so that was I'm pleased with that. But
did you get shortlisted as well for was it marketing or something or?
So the reason behind the award came up, and me and the designer Hazel Dunn, the designer of the brand that is, we thought, why don't we, submit the branding for this competition? It's a beer competition. Let's submit some beers as well. But Beelzebub, that was really unexpected. It was nice to get some recognition for it. That is. I don't want to confirm it, but that is going to be. I want that to be core range beer.
Yeah.
So that will be the dark beer in the core range, and we're drinking the pale beer in the core range right now, which is the Southside Pale.
Which is, you said it was going to be a wee bit green. It's not. It's not too green at all, man. For me, anyway. I can't believe. I mean, how fresh is this?
Bottled on the 14th of June.
Aye. So that is aye. So that's going to be hitting the shops, I'd imagine, soon.
Yeah, today.
Yeah.
So
and that's going to be coming into its absolute prime over the next month.
It's interesting beer. I'm really, really pleased with it. For a while I was like, what note am I getting? And is it the yeast? And I'm pretty sure, I'm pretty sure it is. I'm getting quite a bit of pineapple, which in the first initial hit when tasting it, I'm like, what was that? Is that because you get a lot of orange flavors from Chinook, kind of pithy as well as like fresh satsumas, or at least I do. So I'm like, where's this pineapple coming in? Because it is just the first hit, and I got a lot of that note when the beer was fermenting from the yeast. So I'm glad some of it has preserved the aromatics, and also the initial taste has been preserved, has come through in the finished product. Yeah,
I think that when I'm very lucky because it opens doors for me doing this channel and coming up here and tasting this, but see that when that does hit your mouth, there's a lot of fruit to it when it's swirling around your mouth.
It's a bit of a fruit salad.
Aye, it's like a lot of, dare I say it, ripe fruit.
Yeah,
I'm
great.
getting, could have been wrong in probably, I'd actually say there's a tiny bit of apple, but I could be wrong.
There's quite a few. Nothing I get a bit of that.
I describe this as a talking beer.
Yeah.
And that's what I always describe in Southside Pale as. The one you do is, I think it is a real talking, because you're getting so many different flavours.
Yeah.
But now you've mentioned it, the fruitiness is good in the aroma. I said floral, what an arsey thing to say. Everybody said floral, but it was quite floral when it was first opened.
Yeah.
And I'm still getting quite a lot of that off it, but again, it just settles down. It's like we seem to be very lucky, and I'm sorry for talking here.
No.
But we seem to be really lucky.
Makes a change. I'm rambling on you.
Well, we seem to have these, ale makers.
Jesus Christ.
Yourself, guys like Gareth, Phil, etc.
Yeah.
And it's like they have this. The trademark is like it tastes kind of fruity in the mouth, and it just settles down into that classic ale. And that's exactly what that does.
Oh, nice one.
So when it's sitting in the aftertaste, I suppose, if that's what you want to call it, the palate afterwards, etc., it is just, it's really good.
Cheers, mate. Thank you. I'm really pleased with it. Again, good. You can't really probably see it with overhead lights, but brewing a pale on a kit like this, the biggest fear is discoloration, and I'm not getting anything. So, I mean, I use pale malt instead of extra pale. So it's got a bit more of an amber hue, but yeah, really happy with both the colour and the taste. I'm not getting any kind of not detecting any oxygen pickup from tasting or smelling or looking. So that's a big plus when brewing big pale for the first time on a kit. So yeah,
that's so
I'm pleased with it. Yeah,
it's so refreshing.
Perfect, great.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. And again, we'll link to where we can, if we can we'll get a few of the suppliers on where you can buy the beer. Now, I'm going to actually I'm going to have a wee pause, mate. Having a wee laugh there because Harry was showing us off his nice new haircut, which you can get at Zana. Zana, if you're watching this, I'm looking for a sponsor. Unfortunately, you can't give me anything of your services. Unfortunately.
I know he does a good beard.
Yeah. Oh, is he a beardman?
Yeah. He's. I'd say his beard trimming's even better than his. Yeah, he's good. Hot towel shave and everything.
Brilliant.
Kick
Well,
back.
we'll check that out. Affiliation for Harry and me. All right.
There you go.
I just said to you off camera, and I'm always a bit nervous when I say that because I don't want to be cheapening or saying I didn't like the first couple of versions of Southside Pale.
Yeah.
But for me, that's actually better.
That's what it's all about. Always, you got to improve. Like just, especially on the equipment here, we're not dealing with conical tanks here. In terms of, quite a lot of factors there. But anyway, what I mean to say is, you always got to improve, and you always got to kind of keep on reassessing. In terms of the ingredients and the recipe, I'm happy with the yeast now, and the next time I brew this, it will be the same hops for the autumn batch.
And can I just double check, just to emphasise here for the viewers,
Yeah.
You are bottling here as well? You're doing
Yeah,
the bottling here, yeah.
All the bottling here. New bottler arrived today. For these two beers, I mean, you only have to mention bottling day to my partner Fran, and you'll get a stern look of serious disapproval. Yeah.
Well,
so
I'm with Fran here. Can I just ask you this?
yeah.
Is it, you want me to bottle any, or is it only guys like Gareth the Apocal that actually makes you bottle 2,000 bottles before he talks to you? Or,
Is that what happened?
That's what happened.
Yeah.
I tell you, my guns were like at the end of it, my guns were huge, but...
How long was the day?
Oh, what he said to me was, and I hope you don't mind, Gareth, not that he'll be watching this, but if he is, he said, I've got about 750 bottles.
Yeah.
No, it was, I think it was round about 1,500 we did, and it was the fixed stars, and then the end of it, he told me everything. The interview only lasted about 25 minutes because I knew everything. So, if you need a hand, okay.
You sure? You're going to regret that. You're gonna, honestly.
Listen, viewers,
it's a grueling day.
If you ever need a hand,
yeah.
I will definitely volunteer.
Mate, all
right.
Very kind. We shake on that.
Okay, we will do. And we'll do a competition, viewers. We can get somebody to come up and help me with that. So I'm going to just do a wee cheers to the camera. So the new version 3 of the Southside Pale.
Cheers, Billy. Thanks.
Cheers, man. It's well terrible. So Harry, I just had a wee thought there, and I touched on it earlier on when you were showing us round the brewery. What's in here?
In here is the next beer. It's just finished fermenting, so it's got a bit of conditioning to go. Oh yeah, you can see the blackcurrant.
It's treat yourself, isn't it? Is it treat yourself?
It is treat yourself. Yeah.
Wow.
The second beer I brewed, but only on my pilot kit. So there was at end of 2020, I brewed a batch, a really small batch that went down a treat.
It did.
And yeah, so I brewed it again a small batch, and again it went down really well. So
can I tell you my story?
I've always wanted it to be a core range sour. So that's the plan.
Can I tell you my story about that? And this is a compliment to you.
Yeah.
Well, Kieran, before I even knew you, Kieran from Acid Brewing Cartel. Where are you, Kieran? Get back brewing. You're missed. But he came on to talk about Industrial Farmhouse, and he picked 2 beers. Yeah. One of them was one from Phil, which was a stunner. But yours, and that was my introduction to Dookit, and it was a treat yourself from the Blackcurrant sour. And I did give it.
Thanks to Kieran. That's how we met.
Exactly. Yeah. So I gave that my beer of the night, ahead of Industrial Farmhouse. I might add.
Stop it.
Right.
Stop
so,
it.
but that was fun. So when I seen you'd posted this on social media, is there any chance we could try some of this?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. It's been pushed to the absolute max, this tank. So thank you, tank.
Brilliant.
Yeah, so it's got a few more weeks conditioning, but we'll give it a go.
Before you've done that, I did see you actually obviously cleaned all that. I did see that with the wee spray.
Oh yeah, of course.
Oh wow. Sorry, I'm coming right in here. This is a real treat, viewers. It's not going to be due for another how long?
Another month or so, if not 5 weeks.
And it was really, I love the fact that you do, this is going to be your core, your core sour. And I've noticed that on the labels of the can, or the bottles, sorry, that you do have core range on there. So we can expect, we know what to expect from you. Can I just say as well, Harry, this is, the patina on this table.
What's that?
The patina on this table is just absolutely stunning.
Oh yeah. A real old Cambrian table.
Oh, it's fantastic.
My partner's dad had it in storage, and I said, "Do you mind if I store it here?"
That is just immense.
Chucking acid, caustic, beer. He's like, "Yeah, as long as you don't burn it, he's happy." So you can already see some of the marks from the.
No, it is. It's class.
Yeah.
It's just adding to the character it already has, isn't it?
Well,
but it's also upcycling and not wasting.
Well, exactly. Yeah. All these lists of things I need to buy to start a brewery. Like, no, you don't need to buy a fucking table, Harry. Just ruin an old one.
Exactly.
No, well, it would be. It's not going to ruin. Yeah.
So we've got an absolute exclusive here.
So yeah, actually, when it first came out of the tank, I was really happy with that nose. That's the first time I really got a massive whiff of the blackcurrant. So, see what you think of that.
Now I did see the pictures of this on social media, and I was honestly like, I said to Coots Graphics, I said, no way, that looks like Treat Yourself.
Oh, yeah, you can have it ahead there as well.
Oh yeah, go for it. That is just the. This is. I mean, obviously it's not fresh because it's still kind of in the process.
Before fresh.
Yep.
Yeah.
Straight out the tank.
I mean, yeah. What we're talking about here is a beer that is full of yeast, full of blackcurrant pulp, like not just the juices but the solids from the blackcurrant puree are swimming about it. So it is like, we talk about these fruited sours like being like smoothies. They are smoothies.
Yeah, yeah, they are.
You know, and a lot of them I mean, this won't go on to be a smoothie in the bottle, but
did you?
At the moment, it's definitely a smoothie. Yeah.
Can I just check there? You did in the first recipe. You got the raspberries from Blairgowrie. Is it still the same supplier? Blackcurrants. That was a test. That was a test.
I got the blackcurrant. Yeah. Blackcurrants from Blairgowrie. Drove up there the other week, and yeah, fell asleep in the cinema later on. It was way too much work. But yeah, went up to Blairgowrie. Got the same farm up there. We were talking about this earlier, weren't we, off camera? But we think the colour of the raspberries, slightly different. Colour is a bit dimmer.
Yeah.
And also, I mean, that will clear up. It's full of solids at the moment, so
it looks phenomenal in the glass already, doesn't it?
But yeah, I don't know. We were talking about like maybe the harvest.
Yeah.
Wasn't we all been in the same year, right? It hasn't been as warm as last year.
Yeah.
Or the year before that. So not as punchy, but still.
It's still punchy enough. I'm choking to try it, man.
Real clean acidity from the beer as well.
Oh my goodness, man.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't realise you're a big fan of this one, so this one's for you.
That is going to be. That is already very tart, man. But that is going to be an absolute. Oh man, that is going to be a lip smacker. It already is a lip smacker at the moment. Oh.
Yeah. It's dropped right down to a pH of 3, so more than anticipated, but. Yeah, might. Yeah, so it's pretty sour.
Yeah.
Now, the finish is like really dry bitterness. It's not bitter, but it's just like almost like a woody dryness.
Yep.
And that's because the beer. Third time using this kit, the beer got stuck in the kettle. Well, it didn't get stuck, but. There was just the slowest, longest collection to the fermenter. So I think this kit anyway picks up more IBUs than you think it would. And then this brew made me realise, if you have any stock transfer and you've got beer in there sitting on hops, you're going to draw quite a lot from it. And I think that's what happened with this beer. That's no bad thing.
I don't think I think that adds to the flavour. Yeah,
I mean the whole idea behind the beer is it's a Créme De Cassis inspired sour with that like sweet blackcurrant up front, but it's a hopped sour as well. So you want to what I want to do with the hopping is complement the sweet, tart, delicious blackcurrant flavour with like a dry and brambly hoppiness. So that's why we used use Endeavour, an English hop, which has got some hedgerow qualities. So the finish there is coming through a bit too much in my overcritical opinion right now, but once it conditions for a few more weeks, I'm hoping that will just like curtail a little bit, just like not take away from that delicious dessert, blackcurrant dessert vibe.
It's superb. Thank you so much for letting us try that.
That's alright. I'm glad. That's really nice to know that you're a fan of it.
Oh, it was.
There's a fuckload to sell.
Exactly. So can buy this, we'll link to Harry's socials. Harry will tell you as and when they go on Stockists, and you'll see all the social media. So we're almost done tonight. But
I mean, it might not be available. If you come and help me bottle it, you might fuck it up. So.
Well, no, that's exactly it. I will not. When are you bottling it?
Nah, bottling is sorted out. You got that.
All right.
I've already booked it, mate. Yeah.
That's fine because I'm busy that week.
You're
Anyway,
busy.
mate. All right. Right.
Blackcurrant.